Hi, I'm Ross Benjamin reporting for the Offshore Gaming Association. That's OSGA.com, where you can get your best information regarding the offshore sportsbook industry. OSGA.com. Time for another edition of my college football under the radar picks for week 5. All three games go on Saturday. Let's get right to them, starting with the Ohio at Massachusetts game. The Ohio Bobcats are currently a 5.5 point road favorite, and this is a UMass program that's really struggled in recent years. They began this season by going 0-5. They've lost 13 of their last 14 dating back to last season, and 5-26 overall in their last 31 games. Not very good, folks. Also, UMass is 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games as a home underdog of between 3 and 22 points. They fall within that parameter in this contest. Ohio coming off a 27-20 win on the road at Eastern Michigan last week. Very important win in the MAC. And the Bobcats are 6-0 straight up in ATS since 2013 as a road favorite when facing an opponent that has a win percentage of less than 333. And certainly UMass qualifies in that regard with an 0-5 record. I'm going to take Ohio here, minus 5.5 on the road at UMass. Let's get to the next game. The Navy midshipmen travel to Tulsa, Oklahoma to take on the Golden Hurricane. 3:30 p.m. kickoff on Saturday. Navy currently a 7-point road favorite. This is a Tulsa team that started the year 1-3, and they've allowed 42 points or more in 3 of their first 4 games. What's really concerning for the Golden Hurricane is the fact that they're allowing 294 yards per game on the ground, and their opponents are averaging 6.9 yards per rushing attempt. That's absolutely horrible. And then you factor in Navy's one of the best rushing teams in the country, and they have been for over the last decade. The midshipmen in their 3-0 start are averaging 393 yards per game on the ground and a 6.1 yards per rush average. This certainly shapes up to be an ideal situation for the midshipmen. Yes, Tulsa has a somewhat explosive offense. If Navy has a weakness, it's on the defensive side of the ball. But with their ground game and Tulsa's run defense, it looks like Navy's going to be able to control time of possession, and Tulsa's not going to be able to score when you don't have the ball, and that goes for any team for that matter. This is also a midshipman team that's a very good 5-0 straight up in ATS as a road favorite of 6 or more since they joined the American Athletic Conference in 2015. All 5 of those wins, by the way, against fellow AAC opponents. I'm going to take Navy here, minus the 7 at Tulsa. My last game is Troy at LSU. 7 o'clock under the lights, Saturday night college football in Baton Rouge Classic. Anytime you can see those types of games, it's still on my bucket list. Hopefully I'll get to Baton Rouge for one of those contests. LSU currently a 21-point favorite in this game. You know what? LSU, again, similar to last year, an overrated team in my estimation, and the last 2 weeks is indicative of just that. 2 weeks ago, they go on the road at Mississippi State as a 7.5-point favorite and get absolutely lambasted 37-7 by the Bulldogs. And then last week, as a 21-point home favorite against Syracuse, who struggled mightily over the last decade. I think they've had 2 bowl appearances in 10 years now. The Orangemen gave LSU all they can handle during a 35-26 defeat, and LSU didn't come close to covering as a 21-point favorite. If not for an interception return on the first play from scrimmage, in which the Tigers returned it to the Syracuse 1-yard line and subsequently scored on the next play, this was a much closer game than even the 9-point margin would indicate. I'm going to take Troy here in this spot, plus 21. I don't think we're going to see an outright upset here, but I think Troy will give LSU all they can handle, just based on the fact that it'll be a much more important game to them than LSU, who's getting ready to finish out the year with a SEC slate in which that promises to be very tough. So I'm going to take the Troy Trojans here plus the 21. Repeating again, Ohio minus 5.5, Navy minus 7, Troy plus 21 on Saturday. Be sure to visit me at my website, rbwins.com, where you can find all the picks I personally wager on myself as well as my paying clients receive. That's rbwins.com. I accept all major credit cards. You can give me a call direct if you'd like. 781-571-0299. That's 781-571-0299. Until the next time, good luck with all your picks.